Ooh, man, your boy told him a new one. Your boy, man, look at here. I did not expect to make so many people go up in arms over a quick 15-second video I made about John Gruden. And I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Just a little YouTuber here. Okay? Come on, guys. What's up, everybody? It's Anthony Blake Jr. Back with another episode, Trap House Tuesday. Flawless Fantasy Football. We're going to see if we can pick up some waiver wire gems this week. We're going to talk about 3 or 4 quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends, and some defenses. Go slide through them real quick. I ain't going to hold y'all too tough tonight. Or just for reference too, I benched. Let me pause. I'm going to get back to the waiver real quick. I benched Tom Brady and Claypool this week. Oh my gosh, why did you do that? Well, listen, Tom gave me like 15 points last week. He didn't throw me a touchdown. I lost by 10. Claypool didn't play, so he didn't help the cause. You know what? And I just suspended both of them. You know, and guess what? The wide receiver I put in, Cobb, he didn't do jack. He had like 3 points, and I ended up playing Jalen Hurts because he was my QB too. He gave me 25 points. But yeah, Brady put up 44, 45, 46, something like that. But listen, where I'm from and how I'm built with fantasy football, if a player ticks me off and I suspend him, and if I verbalize that, I can't go back on it. And plus, if I put them on the bench, it's their job to perform and then get back into my lineup. Because I feel as if I draft so strong that I'm going to put somebody in there that can do just as well or enough to where it don't cost me. So I played Jalen Hurts this week. He gave me 26 points. So it cost me like 19 points and Brady snapped. But nevertheless, your boy won. Your boy still won. Went 3-0 this week. All 3 of my teams won. That's the first time that happened all year, though. But enough about me. Let's get back to helping you guys. All my teams are 3-2. Long season, though. Long season. Just make the playoffs, baby. Just make the playoffs. All right, we're going to start with quarterbacks. Russell Wilson went down. That's unfortunate. He'll be out probably after the bye. Week 9, they say he's going to try to come back week 10. That's unfortunate because I have shares of Lockett and DK. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I think Geno is a possibility for somebody to pick up this week. Look, I just think this is a golden opportunity. He has weapons, plus he runs. Great coach, and I think he'll be fine. Unfortunately for him, he has 2 rough matchups. He plays Steelers next, then the Saints before he has the Jaguars before week 8, before the week 9 bye. So that's unfortunate for him, but who knows? He might come out, decent. He's not my first choice, So my first choice would be actually Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz put up 28. This is the normal standard type of scoring. Nothing really is overinflated. Carson Wentz had 28.5 points against the Ravens last night. And his next 4 games are Texans, 49ers, Titans, Jets, and the 5th game is the Jags. He has a soft schedule. So I'm all for Wentz being picked up. Texans, 49ers, Titans, Jets, and Jags. That's cake. And if they're going to be throwing it and Jonathan Taylor's going to get to going and feeling and catching the rock, running the rock well, Pittman catching it, he throwing it all 3 receivers. Cox, he's throwing it to Mo Alley. Man, look, Carson Wentz can actually be putting up good, juicy numbers every week for the next 5 weeks. Carson Wentz really my number 1. Number 2 up, I was there to say, is Taylor Heineke. I like Taylor Heineke. His next 3 games are Chiefs, Packers, and Broncos. That dude's a gunslinger. He's slinging it around. And you're going to have to throw against the Chiefs. If anything, we know the Chiefs' defense is crap. And, they're going Patrick Mahomes going to probably throw 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 touchdowns because he's going to be ticked off. He's going to take out on Washington because they're so underwhelming. But Heineken just going to be throwing a rock. And that's a good play. Chiefs, Packers, and Broncos. But it's tough with. And Packers secondary just had a guy go down, so their best corner went down too. So that could be a shootout in another 2 weeks. Taylor Heinicke is a real good play. So I would prioritize him Carson Wentz, Taylor Heinicke, and Geno Smith. All right? All right, we're going to get to the running backs. I would like to skip over Saquon, but I can't. They say he'll be out 2 to 4 weeks. Everyone probably saw his ankle, his grapefruit ankle. Look, I'm just joking about Saquon, but the dude is super duper glass, man. Low ankle grade sprain. He gonna miss 2 to 4 weeks. He heals pretty slow, so it's gonna be backwards close to the 4. And then when he come back, you probably gotta wait another 2 weeks before he get healthy again. So it's unfortunate. So guess what? Devontae Booker scored 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. So he's gonna be the hot commodity to pick up. Let me stop real quick. People keep talking about handcuffs and how irrelevant they are. If this year hasn't shown us anything to show you how valuable handcuffs are. Now, granted, it's certain people that I won't handcuff. And if I get them, I get them. I don't. Like, I didn't cuff Alex Collins with Carson. I didn't cuff him. But I have Dylan in a lot of leagues, and I have, in majority of my leagues, and I have Tony Pollard that I'm itching just to put in the lineup. And both of those guys did better than Alex Collins. So if you have those type of options, then you don't have to. But if you just got 3 and 4 running backs and you got 1,001 running backs, that's ridiculous to me. Then you're gonna be scouring to the waiver wire and begging people for running backs all season long. They're gonna rape you for them. A nice raping with no Vaseline. Don't cry to me. I ain't gonna be nowhere around there raping. So Devontae Booker's a good pickup. Daryl CEH went down. He'll be out 2 to 4 weeks, and that'll be closer to 4. But his usage has been going down ever since week 1. So. It is what it is with him. Let's be honest. I picked CEH last year, like in the 3rd round, but he's just not special. He's not special. There's nothing special about him. He's in a great situation, but he's not special. So Daryl Williams is the number 1 there, but they don't get a lot of stuff done. They don't commit to the running backs like that. It's not like back when Kareem Hunt was there and Jamal. It's just not that type of team anymore. They operate through the tight end and through Tyreek Hill. So, Daryl Williams, Devontae Booker, the first 2. You want to make sure A.J. Dillon is not on the waivers. He shouldn't be. He's been getting a lot more usage. They're really starting to use him, filling that number 2 role, and he's looking good. I know one of my homeboys actually was like, I want to cut him. I've heard bad reports about him. Listen, don't get emotional. And don't listen to those reports. Listen to this. See that? Flawless fantasy football. Anthony Blake Jr., flawless fantasy football. See, because things change week to week. Now this dude's playing like a monster. So, and especially if you got Aaron Jones, you need to be having that dude. And even if you you shouldn't have cut him. So A.J. Dillon. Also, you want to watch out for McKinnon. I don't know how often they're going to use it. I think he's more of the receiving back, but they're going to split work there, and he'll probably get 35% of the work. Alex Collins, I mentioned him last week, but Carson might be coming back. So, and plus it's a tough matchup with Pittsburgh, and they're tough to run on. So, and Khalil Herbert for Chicago, he had 18 carries for 75 yards. So that's a nice piece of running he just did. So, but they splitting the work there too. And Montgomery will be back. Give him another month. Give him a month. So those the running backs: Devontae Booker, Daryl Williams, A.J. Dillon, McKinnon, Alex Collins to a degree, Khalil Herbert. But I mentioned those. Listen, I'm gonna give you a dart throw. Dart throw. This is dart throw. If you don't need them, don't put them on your team now. Okay, so don't be trying to stress putting people on your team. Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack's healthy, and they're trying to get rid of him. That's why they're showcasing him like that. He's healthy. It was some tea leaves, little tricklets going on saying that Kansas City was talking to him or inquiring. So you never know, but how beneficial will he be over there with people that already know the system? So, but just keep an eye on it. That don't mean running to go pick the ball up and drop it somebody legit though. All right, to the wide receivers, Kadarius Toney. I was so close to picking him up in my second league, but I didn't have anybody to drop. That's unfortunate. With Antonio Brown, Claypool. I played Claypool that week. In that league, I didn't suspend him. Only in my league of record when I suspended him and Brady. But I wanted to pick him up, but I didn't have nobody to cut him for. I wasn't going to cut Antonio Brown or Claypool and Pittman. Because I don't roster that many wide receivers, especially when you only got to play two. I think that's foolish. But that's just me. But Kadarius Toney, if you can get him, if you get him, you're probably gonna be low on waivers, and you shouldn't be down that low. So, not unless you were sleeping and missed your first round pick, or you left Carson in your lineup last week. Flex. Okay, all right. The next wide receiver is Ammonia St. Brown. Cephas actually had a collarbone. He broke his collarbone, so he's done for the season. He's almost like the last man standing there. Ammonia St. Brown. Granted, Detroit sucks and throws to the running backs a lot, so but it is what it is. I think he's a safe play to get you six catches for 70-some yards or something. Tim Patrick, he's good for 6 or 7 catches for about the same, 70, 80 yards. You got to see. Well, he's not the one. He's not the one. Sutton's the one. And then Judy will be coming back soon. So, but all depends. You might need him just for a week or two, and it might be solid enough. And make sure Emmanuel Sanders is not on waivers. He hasn't done much. He had a decent game earlier in the season, week 1 or 2, maybe, and he's been quiet ever since then. Now he had that blow-up game. So if you can grab him, you need a running back. Grab him. He's been getting averaging 6.5 targets a game, and he has been looking good. All right, so that's Kadarius Toney, Ammonia St. Brown, Tim Patrick, and Emmanuel Sanders. Tight ends, Hunter Henry. Look, I never thought I'd be saying this, but he scored twice in the past 2 games. He's the number 9 tight end in standard scoring currently. 13 total targets in the last 2 games. His next 2 games are Cowboys and Jets. That's promising. Hunter Henry's a good play. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a tight end. I know somebody like Hunter Henry, so think about it. Dawson Knox, my boy Dawson. Woo! I picked him up after week 2, and I've been playing him ever since. I've been playing him over Higbee in one of my leagues. 5 TDs in the last 4 weeks. He shouldn't be out there on waivers. Really shouldn't be. He's the number 3 overall tight end. Yes, above Mr. Everything over there in Oakland. But it's still early yet. But Dawson Knox been balling. Quarterback is looking for him. David Njoku, man, snap last week. He had 7 targets, caught all 7 for 149 yards and a touch, 21.9 standard fantasy points. His next 3 weeks are Cards, Broncos, and Steelers. Hey, if you're looking for, look, the thing I like about him is explosive. And then you never know when Jarvis coming back, so they finally getting somebody else in the equation to throw it to because Odell Beckham just ain't the answer. Oh my gosh, people still talking about Odell Beckham. And guess what? They still going to be talking about Odell Beckham next year. But guess who's not going to be drafted Odell Beckham? Any of you guys won't be drafting him. People just don't learn. Odell Beckham. If I ever saying somebody need to be drafting Odell Beckham or pick him up on waivers, you need to just unsubscribe from him and just grab somebody's phone and unsubscribe him for him. Do him a favor. 3 tight ends, Hunter Henry, Dawson Knox, David Njoku. Defenses for this week, some nice solid defenses if you want to stream them. Indy's out there. They play the next 5 games. They play Indianapolis Colts plays Texans, 49ers, Titans, Jets, and Jags. That's sweet. That's a hell of a freaking run. And then Bengals plays against the Lions this week, so that's a good streaming play for this week. And Miami plays against the Jags. So, there you go. Defenses are Indianapolis, Bengals, and Miami Dolphins. Hope everybody had a great week 5. Tomorrow is the Hammond Egger show to see who won the week 5. Hammond Egger. I'm not going to sit here and make like the choice wasn't super obvious. But nevertheless, we got to go through and we got to walk it. We got to crit walk it. Anthony Blake Jr., Flawless Fantasy Football. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your neighbors. Tell your parents. Tell the haters that you are subscribed to the hottest, most transparent fantasy football platform ever. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it, baby.